Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Main Event Interviews. I am your host, Main Event, and today I'm visiting with In Katie's Kitchen. Welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks.
And where in the world are you today?
I am located in central Wisconsin.
Wisconsin. So you're another
Mhm.
person on the show from the good old USA. And
Right on.
how long have you been on Steemit?
I joined in July, so I've been on for about 2 months.
Okay, so still a relatively new user.
Yep.
And what do you think of the platform so far?
It's very intriguing. I wasn't quite sure about it at first, to be honest. I know nothing about cryptocurrency or any of that. I'm still learning all about that information, but I like the idea of blogging and sharing my ideas and my creativity with others. So this is a great platform to be on.
Now I'm curious, had you done much blogging before Steemit, or was this your first experience?
I've had several failed attempts at blogging in the past. Um, I did do a travel blog when I was traveling in Europe. That was semi-successful, but other than that, no, it's been a couple failed attempts, and this is probably the longest I've lasted on one.
So would you say that your experience with Steemit was much better than those other platforms?
Much better.
Now, was that because what was the reason? Was it the people, like the interaction you're getting for your content?
I think so, yeah. I like to have feedback on things, whether it's good or bad. Whatever. It doesn't matter to me, but I like to get that almost immediate feedback, and so it kind of gives me inspiration to keep going.
So what are the types of things that you like to write about on Steemit?
Well, I'm mostly write about food and recipes. I'm also a photographer and a musician, so I participate in the open mics and any photo contests that I can find because I love to look at all the other photo entries that get entered too. So those are my main areas.
I'm looking through your blog here, and yes, I see some yummy looking food. I see cheesecake, and I see
Yes.
so
That's in my refrigerator right next to me, staring me down. So
nice. So you're are you just like an overall all around chef, baker, cook? Like, can you basically do it all?
yes and no. I won't cook any seafood because I don't eat it, so I don't find a point to do so. But other than that, I like to find random recipes for things and just see what I can make with them.
Right now, I'm looking at a post that you have on here. It says it's Primavera stuffed chicken. That sounds delicious.
Yes. Oh, that was fantastic. I I have a different way I'll be trying that the next time I make it to make the chicken a little bit more juicy because it got kind of dry. But overall, that was delicious.
Yeah, I'm looking at the pictures right now. It looks so good. So it looks like you had a whole bunch of different veggies in it.
hmm
Looks really colorful. So yeah, if anybody's out there listening and you're into cooking related posts, it looks like she's right up your alley with that. So, oh wow, that cheesecake looks delicious too.
That is one I've made before, and I have a terrible sweet tooth. It just, oh, it's bad. But I've made that one before for a friend who said she likes brownies and she likes cheesecake. So I visited Pinterest and I was like, there's got to be something out there that I could whip together. And alas, brownie cheesecake.
Yeah, well, it looks delicious. So the food posts are something you do regularly.
hmm
Awesome. And you said you're into photography posts. I'm looking at those right now, and those look absolutely beautiful. Actually, they're awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah. You're a member of the Minnow Support Project, and you
Mhm.
found your way there on the Steemit platform. What do you think of that whole experience?
Oh, it's been wonderful. So many helpful people and a lot of people trying to help others out and push out their good material, and it's been awesome so far.
I totally agree. It's been the biggest thing that's helped me on Steemit. Are there any particular users that you want to give a shout out to that are maybe listening tonight, or and they don't necessarily have to only be people from Minnow Support, of course. They could be anybody out there on Steemit that you'd like to mention that maybe has helped you out or helped get you through your first couple of months on Steemit.
Yeah, actually, well, Morodian did go ahead and assist me with getting all set up and explained everything to me that she could. And then Samo, he's been such a help. Oh my gosh. Doesn't matter. He'll just ask if I have questions at any time that he's awake, of course. Being on the opposite ends of the world, that kind of becomes a little troublesome, but very helpful all around. Everybody has been. So shout out to everybody that's been so awesome.
Absolutely. Those everybody in those groups, they've been so helpful to me as well, and I'm so grateful to everybody out there listening for that. Thank you all so much. And that's the
Mhm.
beauty of Steemit, I feel like. That's what makes it different than other social media. Don't you agree?
Oh, I completely agree. It's not like any other form of social media. I mean, you've got your Facebooks and your Twitters and stuff like that, but having the pal chat and everything, getting to know everybody a little bit more than maybe you would through a Facebook or a Twitter is really nice. It's been awesome to meet everybody and learn all about them.
And are there any other groups or Discord groups that you're a part of that you want to mention or anything, or any up and coming things that you know of that you're involved with?
I'm on the art one. I love following that. I don't post much in the art services or in the Steam art, I should say, but I do love to follow that. And there are several creative people in there that are just ridiculously awesome. So bravo to all of you on all of that artsy goodness.
I definitely feel like Steemit is a platform that is a huge benefit for artists and photographers and poets and writers and people that are creators, don't you think?
Oh, absolutely. And it again, it's not like anything you can find anywhere else. I mean, where else are we going to meet all these people other than this group? I mean, to see all of their artwork we may not have ever seen it had Steam it not existed.
And I was talking with another person in an interview recently, and we were talking about how Steemit is actually encouraging and promoting and encouraging basically creativity in people. It's getting them to go out and maybe put in that extra effort or even go out of their comfort zone a little bit and expand their world.
Absolutely. Yeah. If it weren't for this, I definitely wouldn't be doing half the stuff that I've been doing. I don't like to listen to myself sing on camera, so putting those open mics out there every week, especially when Maro's listening, she's my voice teacher. So when she's listening, I have this sense in the back of my head going, oh boy, how's she going to feel about this one this week?
No, that's wonderful though that you do all of that. And why don't you talk about those a little bit? So that's not something I personally have ever done, but so it's like an open mic, right? You said.
Yeah, it's an open mic. They hold it every week. I believe it's through Lucy Fur. If they hold it every week and new winners every week, and a lot of really great original songs have been posted out there. I don't do any original songs. I don't write music, unfortunately. But a lot of great original songs out there. Some great covers of music as well. It's really nice to hear some super talented people out there in the world.
And Steemit, it seems to be right full of them, I feel like.
Yeah, absolutely. It shocks me every time I turn around and I listen to another one. I'm like, geez, where are these people coming from?
So, what are some things that you really love about Steemit beyond just the people? Like, have you come across anything else that you really like about the platform?
I love all the contests personally. I do. I like to see all of the entrants and all of the different types of art or music there are out there, or even in poetry too. I've attempted to get into a little bit of writing myself, which is not something I usually see in my future, I guess you could say. But there's a lot of great fiction writers out there, short stories, and it's actually gotten me to read a little bit more, which I don't do in my leisure. So I've been reading a lot more, which is great.
It's really incredible all the things that Steemit is doing for people, like just what you said, getting you to read more, probably getting you to do your photography more,
Hmm.
putting in time to do your recipes and all those things. Uh, it's really enhancing everybody's creativity who's using the platform, and I find it amazing.
Yeah, and I even, reading up on the current events that I see come up just on like the homepage on my feed and stuff, and it's stuff you wouldn't realize would necessarily be going on in other areas had it not been for Steemit. So it's been a great platform to get a hold of.
Now, do you know people personally that are on Steemit that you actually interact with in your personal life, or is it mostly all just people you've never met?
A lot of people I've never met. I have, oh gosh, there's probably what, 4 or 5 I think on there that I know personally, that have joined. They actually joined before I did, and then kind of, like I said, Morrow kind of showed me the way. But other than that, everybody else is all over the place. I used to live in Florida for a while, so I've met a couple people from Florida down in that area. I'm hoping that they're being safe this week and deciding to move very quickly out of the hurricane path. But yeah, other than that, I mean, meeting people around the world, it's been awesome.
Absolutely, been the biggest thing that I've found that I've enjoyed is just talking to people that I would have never met otherwise.
Yeah.
Definitely not at all. Other than the open mic contests, what are the other ones that you like to do? Mostly like photography type ones, or?
Yeah, mostly photography ones. I try to do the Steam It photo challenge when I can, when I know I've got a photo or know I can at least go out and take one that's available for that. The black and white photo contest is my personal favorite because I love anything in black and white. It's got this very vintagey look to it, and I just love it. And then there's a gentleman out there who runs one. It's Ricky's photo contest as well. He's always got a great theme for the week, so I try to participate in that when I can as well.
Awesome. Yeah, when I had a little bit more free time, I was doing that, and I'd like to get back into it as well because I definitely enjoy photography, and Steemit has certainly boosted that hobby. So, and I love it because it gets me outside and, just gets me doing things that I wouldn't normally be doing.
Absolutely.
So you were recently on the Shane and Muxie show. How did that go for you?
Oh, that was a blast.
And now you're
we
on.
had a
Yeah, go ahead.
we had a good time. That was it ended very interestingly. So
Awesome. Well, I'm glad you had a good time, and now you're on this radio show. And so, what do you think of the MSP Waves radio station so far?
so far that has been wonderful. I understand it's only in about 5 weeks in, I think they were saying.
Yes.
It's been a wonderful platform. I mean, like, you're hearing so much music and so many different just radio talks too. Things I wouldn't usually listen to on a normal basis. Again, it's um, I try to tune into the creative show when I can, and I'm hit or miss on a couple other shows during the week depending on my work schedule. But usually Saturdays and Sundays I'm in listening. Global Cops Got Hour too. I listen to that as well. So it's awesome.
Maybe we'll have to give you a cooking show.
Hey, there we go. Except then everyone's gonna want me to send them food.
Right? Absolutely. No, I think that's great because you're the first person. Well, no, I've had a couple of people who have done like vegan things and stuff, but it's interesting that you do the variety of posts, like the cooking and the photography, and I think that's really awesome.
Yeah, I like to delve into all different sorts of creative things. And with cooking, I love to learn about plating techniques and making sure the food looks pretty and presentable. So that's been fun to kind of read up on that too.
Yeah, maybe that's something you could start teaching other people if that's something you're knowledge about through your Steemit posts.
Yeah, absolutely.
What other types of projects do you have planned, or other posts do you have planned? Do you think with your cooking or your photography?
Oh gosh, not really sure. I've been kind of slow lately because work has been a little crazy. I work as a customer service representative in an insurance company, so work has been a little nuts right now. But I'm gonna just keep going with my open mics and my photo contests for sure. And I try to ask around if anyone has ideas for any recipes they'd like me to try. So yeah, I'd put a shout out in the chats and see if anyone has any suggestions, and then I take those and turn them into hopefully good food.
Well, we'll ask the people in the chat when they listen to this what other types of maybe recipes, ideas they have up their sleeve. I know personally I love trying new food, so I'm always open to it, unless it's something, a little too weird or crazy. But basically, basically beef or chicken or something like that, I'll pretty much eat all day long. So.
Yep, same here.
Well, were there any other Steemit users that you could think of that you maybe wanted to give a shout out to while you're on the show?
Well, let me see here. I'm sure I've got a list.
Oh, everybody does. And if I understand you can't get them all in there, but I didn't know if there was any other key people you might have thought of that you wanted to mention.
Oh gosh. Well, I mean, I've talked with Azaria a lot. She's been wonderful. We talked a lot to her about our anxiety issues, which has been nice to know, and that I'm not the only one out there dealing with that for sure. And gosh, I don't know. There's so many people, so many awesome people. It's hard to just throw them out there. Stitchy Bitch, also, she's been awesome. Just hilarious. Everyone's got such a good sense of humor here. It's wonderful.
And isn't that what's great about Steemit? I mean, you're not going to have these experiences, I feel like, on the other social medias. It's really unique to Steemit.
Absolutely. I completely agree with that.
All right. Well, unless there was anything else you wanted our listeners to know about you or your blog or anything that you have planned?
I can't really think of anything.
Okay.
I may have some video later on. I'm in the middle of a performance right now. It will be at the end of this month with a show choir here where I live. We're an adult show choir. Not many of those exist right now, but we're doing a decades theme this year. So anything from 1930 on up to today. So I might have some video I can post of some of those performances later on.
All right. Well, that'll be awesome. We'll keep an eye out for that. And so you've been on the platform for a couple of months now. What types of words of advice do you have out there for fellow Steemians or maybe anyone that's just joining the platform? What would you say would be some words of advice that you would give them?
I would say just keep posting and have fun with it. This is a blast. You're writing about things that you care about, that you want to be promoted out there, and just write every day, a couple times a day if you need to. Whatever you want to get out, just do it and have fun.
All right, awesome. Well said. All right, everybody, we've been visiting today with In Katie's Kitchen. But thank you very much, Katie. I'm assuming your name's Katie, of course, right?
It sure is.
So thank you very much, Katie, for visiting with me today. And we'll see you around on Steemit.
Sounds good. Thank you.